Hello, friends. Linda Lord here, Arts Can Teach at home. I wanted to check in with you and see how you were doing. I know it's been a long time since you've been in your classrooms and have an opportunity to interact with your teachers and spend time with your friends. And it's been tough for all of us, not just you as students, but for those of us who are adults too, who are trying to figure out how to be and what to feel during this time. I had an opportunity myself to do a writing exercise last week that I thought was really helpful. And so I wanted to come online and share this with you. I have permission to do that. So what you're going to need for the next few minutes is a piece of paper and something to write with, either a pen or a pencil. And I'm going to give you a minute to go and get that. And for those of you that already have a pencil and a paper in front of you, I'm just going to ask you to be patient for a few seconds while we wait for everyone to go and do that. You can also press pause on this video in case I start before you're back. Okay, great. Welcome back, everybody. And I hope you've got something to write on and something to write with. The first step in this writing exercise is to write down all the feeling words that you can think of. So it might be happy or sad or confused or overwhelmed or content, or peaceful, any of those feeling words that you might have been experiencing since you've been home. So just take a few minutes now, not actually a few minutes, a few seconds, and write down all the feeling words that you can think of that you've actually felt since you've been home. Again, if you're still writing and you need more time, just press pause on the video and then press play when you're ready to proceed. So as you look at that list of all those feeling words, I want you to circle 3 that are either the strongest feelings that you've had, or they're the most confusing feelings. You don't really understand why you're having them, or 3 feeling words that you just kind of want to explore a little bit more what they mean to you. Okay, so take a minute and circle 3 of those words. Now, from those 3 words, I want you to choose one. And beside that one word, either put a star or a check mark or make the square around the circle so that you know that that's the word, that's the feeling word that you're going to be exploring in more depth. Okay, hold that thought. Shift gears just a little bit. What are your 5 senses? So we have sight, sound, touch, taste. What's the 5th one? Looks like, feels like, sounds like, smells like. Smell. Okay, so we've got our 5 senses. What we're going to do is we're going to link that feeling word to our 5 senses. So here's my example. When I did this exercise, my word that I was feeling was restless. You know how where you just can't sit still, or you think you should be doing something, but you don't know what you should be doing. And so you're just kind of feeling, it's a little bit like anxious, but not really like anxious. So my word was restlessness. Now, I was asked, and I'm going to be asking you too, to apply each of our 5 senses to that feeling word. So for instance, for me, restlessness feels like walking on picky grass. You know how it kind of tingles your feet and you want to lift your feet up really fast because it kind of feels prickly? That's what restlessness feels like to me. Restlessness looks like vibrational waves. Ooh, that's how restlessness looks to me. If I had to picture what restlessness looks like, Restlessness sounds like nails on a chalkboard. Just kind of makes you kind of cringe a little bit. So if I had to put a sound to my feeling, restlessness sounds like nails on a chalkboard. What does restlessness smell like? I said that restlessness smells like a food truck belching used grease. Ugh! You just kind of want to run away from that as fast as you can. And finally, restlessness tastes like a spice is missing in the recipe. So I can't quite place it, but there's just something not quite right. So your writing exercise now is to take your feeling word, if it's sad, if it's confused, if it's happy, and assign a sense to that feeling. So what does your feeling look like if you had to picture it? What does your feeling sound like if it had a noise? What does your feeling smell like? What does your feeling taste like? Maybe if it's joy or happiness, it tastes like birthday cake. And finally, what does your feeling feel like? So we're creating word pictures to help us better understand our feelings and our emotions that we're going through right now. When I did this exercise, I was on a conference call or a webinar like this with more than 200 adults from around the world. And what was really interesting was it didn't matter what country we were from or how old we were. We all had so many feelings and so many emotions about what we've been going through. And it just felt really good to connect with another human being who was having the same feelings I was. And so maybe this exercise is a really important one for you to do. And it might be valuable for you to take your writing and share it with someone in your home. Maybe they're having the same feelings that you are, and they don't know how to share it. So you can bring this writing exercise to the people that you live with. I hope this day finds you healthy and happy and safe, and we'll reconnect again on this platform or eventually back in the classroom. Thank you so much for watching.